Surprise, surprise, now there is proof that we are back to the old shady practices of police departments monitoring leaders of social protest movements. Listen to this and get outraged, because documents obtained by internet independent outlet The Intercept confirm that undercover police officers attended numerous Black Lives Matter protests in New York between December 2014 and February of this year as undercover agents. The documents also show that police in New York have monitored activists tracking their movements and keeping individual photos on them on their files. These are 300 documents that have been released by the Metropolitan Transit Authority, Margaret. Also, they've been requested by the Freedom of Information Act for the New York Police Department and the New York State Police to see how much are they surveilling, specifically the People's Mondays protests that happen every Monday on Grand Central in New York. And what they're doing is sending undercover agents to just keep informed the whole system of how these protests develop, who is involved, who are the leaders, and they're keeping tabs. It's really, really sad that they are speaking out against police brutality and police immediately keeps tabs on them.
Right.
We haven't changed.
I mean, we're talking about, thanks to FOIA requests being honored, that's the only reason we actually know about these cases. But, you know, also thank the Patriot Act. That gave these police officers, local principalities, the authority to totally side skirt reasonable search and seizure and that pesky little problem called probable cause. They don't need, you know, permission now to do what they used to have permission. They used to need that permission to do. And it wouldn't surprise me a bit, Jose, you know, we're talking about local cops here or local police officers. If these activists weren't, you know, in pages and pages of FBI watch lists, I mean, what I'm trying to say is local police officers aren't the only ones surveilling these people.
No. They, you know, the moment that they start getting notoriety in the social movement, of course they're going to keep tabs of them because they become leaders of opinion. It's sad to see that they are actually keeping individual files, specifically Jose LaSalle. We have a picture of him from the files. They have him tracked down. He's the founder of the newest police watchdog in New York, Cop Watch Patrol Unit. And every time he's observing Grand Central before a protest, they fire an email alarming the New York Police Department and the transit authorities.
That's funny. His whole organization is watching police officers. I'm watching you, watching me, watching you. It's, you know, unfortunately, these are the times that we live in. It was my understanding, though, that they had the suspicion of something called domestic terrorism. So these activists, if there's any volatility, if there's any, you know, email back and forth of let's step this up, that giving them the benefit of the doubt, that could possibly be, instead of just trying to, you know, squash opinion or squash change or social justice, it is perhaps that they might perceive some of these people to have a legitimate threat. I don't know, but also there is that aspect where they're assuming that you know, there could be volatility, or it is entirely like you say that they want to squash this movement. They want to squash or squelch the social justice elements of change that these people are rightfully seeking after, and that's a possibility. I'm not sure which it is.
That's the outraging part of it. The level of crime that has been committed associated to this protest, and the danger that they present for the public does not grant for them to be surveilled as terrorists. I think this is a scare tactic for them to be deterred of keep doing the work that they're doing that is needed to change consciousness in this country about the way black people is treated by police, police brutality.
And the disproportionate amount of people that are murdered by police officers happen to be black. I think that's at the heart of this message.
Another important thing is that the police department had, according to the American Civil Liberties Union, there's this agreement called the Handshoe Agreement that the New York Police Department entered in, where they wouldn't be monitoring civil rights movement groups to allow for freedom of speech, and they're breaking that according to the ACLU. So we are seeing that they're back to, you know, back in time to those moments where police had files of leaders of opinion. I think that they keep doing it for a long, long time. Now this is the very first documented proof that they are doing it with the Black Lives Matter movement. Let us know your thoughts below, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the Lib TV 2.